Hello, salutations. What it do is Sadat the Gamer back at you with another Marvel's Avengers video. Hope you all have been safe and productive. It is once again time for that weekly recap where I go over all the news from the past week in the Marvel's Avengers community. And once again, this is going to be a very easy video because there was basically no news. Nothing happened. We just wrapped up the dev stream recap. I live streamed it, of course, and a ton of you showed up. We almost had 300 people in the chat. Thank you so much for showing out. It was a lot of fun, despite the fact that nothing really went down in terms of information, but we did get some very cool concept art for Wakanda, so we're going to go into that. But first, make sure you smash that like button. It helps tremendously with the YouTube overlords, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. We are on the road to 3K subs. I'm hoping to hit that by Wakanda whenever that drops next month, but we are almost there right now. We're nearly halfway there. So thank you guys so much for supporting your boy, and keep doing so. And I will keep putting out some Marvel's Avengers content, but let's jump right into this video. Like I said, there was really not a lot going for the stream. They told us beforehand, to be fair, that they were going to be doing Wakanda concept art, but they really just gave us Wakanda concept art, and it wasn't even a lot of it. They had what, like 5 slides, I believe. And hilariously enough, when they got to the end of the slides, they mentioned enemy concept art and stuff like that. And I got a little excited. I was like, oh, okay, cool. We're going to get some enemy. And then they were like, nope, that would have been a great idea. But yeah, we'll try to get approvals. And I'm just like, bruh, you're telling me all the people that work at Crystal Dynamics, when y'all came up with the idea to have a stream where you just did concept art, because obviously they, for whatever reason, can't show us in the actual gameplay until the deep dive, heaven forbid. But you're actually telling me that people thought, oh, we'll show them the jungle. We'll show them the Wakandan jungle and the Tempa, but no enemies? Like, they showed us the redesigns for the chests. They showed us the new design for the wall runs that they're going to have in Wakanda, but they didn't think to show us the enemies? Like, that never occurred to them that maybe people that are waiting for this Wakanda DLC might want to see what the enemies look like. Because of course, right now, we have people still worried that even though they said there's going to be new enemy types, new factions, it's just going to be, you know, more of the same robots. The only thing we've seen new in terms of enemies was in the trailer back at E3, where we got a look at the spider robots, which again made people go like, oh great, more robots. And we do know they are going to have human enemies. I believe that's going to be Claw's faction. And if the leaks that Miller provided hold up true, we'll also be seeing some Crossbones and the mercenaries he brings with him. That should be cool in theory. And it would have been very cool to see some of that in the concept art dev stream, but somehow they didn't think of it. Like, they literally it didn't even occur to them to even present that. Like, oh, there's no way they would actually want to see concept art of the enemies. Like, come on, bro. So stuff like that, they definitely don't help themselves. But the stuff they did show, the very little bit of it they did show, was very cool. I thought the jungles were cool. My concern was that despite, you know, this huge Wakandan biome, it would essentially just be us fighting in the same corridors that we've been fighting throughout all this time. But it's good to see that they are indeed going to have us actually explore Wakanda. You got the temple, and you got the jungle, the waterfall, and all this other stuff. So that's cool. I was glad to at least have that confirmation. But it would have been nice to obviously see some gameplay, but for sure would have been nice if there was just purely concept art, to have an actual look at what more of the enemies are going to look like, because people care about that stuff. Even other characters, like if we had concept art for Okoye and Shuri, that would have been dope, but they literally just stuck with those handful of slideshows with the environment. I'm like, that's weird. Like, who's putting this together? Like, that's crazy. But after that, they literally just ended the stream. There was nothing to it. Like, we got Tor was the developer that was a special guest there, and he gave, you know, really long-winded explanations that you could barely hear because his mic was super low about each art piece, which is fine, but they didn't answer any questions. That briefly at the beginning, they mentioned that there were bugs with the Red Room event, and they weirdly did not go into any specifics. They usually do that. They say, oh, well, we're aware of this bug, we're aware of that bug, we're aware of this bug, and we have a fix for this one, we have a fix for that one, and we're going to push this and that. We don't have a fix for this one, but we're aware, blah, blah, blah. But in this case, they was like, oh, we're aware of all of the bugs in the Red Room and we're investigating. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, are you aware of all the bugs? I personally didn't run into any except for Black Widow's invisibility not working, but that's a bug that's affecting all of game modes. Black Widow's invisibility has basically been broken for 9 months, so that's nothing new, and it continued in the Red Room. But I saw people posting screenshots of Roy appearing in the arm room. You might have seen this glitch before from previous weeks. They had the broken Roy from the Wasteland pop up in the harm room. Well, popped up in the Red Room too. That glitch is there. Fortunately, no one that I know of has run into the enemies not spawning glitch, which is the whole reason they brought back the Red Room takeover in the first place. But there apparently may be some other bugs. We don't know because they didn't go into details, but that was literally it. They did though tease next week's dev stream, which they seem so giddy about, that they're going to be special guests and we should tell our friends and we should definitely check it out. So immediately I was like, okay, well, they're going to have the voice actors on. And it's widely believed that Christopher Judge from the God of War games, who voices Kratos, is going to be the voice actor for Black Panther, and they're going to have him on next week. And that's otherwise the only reason I can think of that they would actually be that giddy about special guests. I mean, it has to be the voice actor for Black Panther, because they've said that they're going to do that before. And this is around the time in the cycle where they have a new DLC coming out and they do stuff like that to promote. And that's the only thing I think of that would warrant that level of excitement, because I mean, who else would it be? Who else would it be but the Black Panther voice actor that we would actually care about? Like if they were just having Vince on for the combat team, there would be no reason for the secrecy. So it has to be the voice actor. If it's not, they're the stupidest people on the face of the earth. and they're going to catch all of the smoke when next week they're going to get roasted. So for their sake, I hope it is the Black Panther voice actor. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad one. But that's pretty much it. The week, as you know, they brought back the Red Room takeover, and we had the debut of the Snowsuit Widow costume from her new movie, which came out this weekend. I saw it, by the way, and that's pretty much all the new stuff that was in the game. People got to play the Red Room that missed out the first time. If you played it the first time, you got another shot at getting those exotics, which of course are trash because you cannot reroll or craft your gear of any kind. So you're basically relying on luck or just playing over and over again using the save scum strategy. And I didn't have the patience to do that, so I just left the event with the mediocre gear that I could get. I only had the patience to just save scum once, and I was like, you know what? I'll just call it. I got something cool for Hawkeye, so I was like, oh, that's fine. But that's it. They did not give us anything else, so we still don't know when the deep dive for Black Panther is. We don't know when the Omega level threat, which is supposed to be coming out this month, is dropping, and they're going to have the multiplayer Mega Hive and duplicate hero thing coming with that, but we have no idea when that's coming out. We don't know the progress for Thor. We do know they're going to have a blog next week about the concept art. Is going to have more concept art, and that's it. Still nothing on the cosmetic vendor, accessibility options, all that good stuff. So assume the answers to all those questions are the same as they were the previous weeks, which is don't know, soon, don't know, soon. So that's pretty much it. That is hopefully next week we'll have a much more informative and interesting stream. I know if we have the Black Panther voice actor, that should be pretty lit. And hopefully we also get some dates for some content for once. That would be nice. But that's all. Thank you once again for supporting the channel. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out my merch. It will be the top link in the description. And if you want to support the channel another way, you can hit that join button and get access to some awesome member exclusive perks like custom emotes, early access to videos, member exclusive content, as well as access to our private Discord and a weekly gaming session with yours truly. It's a lot of fun. I'm Sadat the Gamer, signing off.